but I'm pretty sure I got some somewhere. Ow.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to History Through World Numismatics. I'm your host, the Numismaniac, a.k.a. the Skipper, and my buddy Dale over here. He's from Coin World UK, my co-host and bosom buddy. Wow, I did it again. That thing scares the heck out of me. Okay. Must remember to shut that off. How is everyone today?
I'm doing very well, Skipper. Thank you very much for asking. How are you doing?
You know, good and getting better like a fine wine. My spouse says I'm a bit skunky, but that's her problem.
As long as it's not corked, that's the main thing.
That's right. That's the corkage. That's bad.
It's good to see Robert's Coins Adventures. How are you doing, the AC? I was watching the AC's video last night with her opening of a load of they lock picking and stuff. It's still fascinating. It still baffles me. But Polar Bear is so funny. Is it a sucker holder? I can see it. Sucker holders. Creases me up.
Oh gosh.
Man, it's so funny.
Like
Bam girl, nice to see you. And as always great to see you, Skipper. And being here with you.
We're midweek already. Can you believe that? Look at this. My goodness, all kinds of things been happening lately. First off, we had a major snowfall here. So I dug out this morning.
Oh, that is crazy because I saw on the news was it about being 2 foot deep or something somewhere?
Yeah, you head east, especially get in towards Winnipeg. They really got hit bad. We ours is only a couple inches deep. It's nothing, but still, we're talking. It's after the 15th of April, and I figure, you get after the 15th of April, winter should stop.
Yeah.
I mean, we had 27 degrees Celsius just a week and a half ago.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day.
And then we get snow. That's Ferret 45. Welcome aboard, sir.
How's it going, my friend? But yeah, it's amazing how. Because I saw that because we have like international news and it was just flashing on. It's just the weather and it was completely white out and it's like snow everywhere. It's like, and as you said, not no more than 9 days ago, you had a beautiful day. You could go barbecuing in it.
Yep. People were running around with shorts and bathing suits on, and oh my goodness, what the heck? So I guess we'll be covering 1875 through 1879 today. We're getting closer and closer, and we can start showing some actual coins. Because I'm still fiddling with my system here, I want to make sure that you can see the coins. I'm still going to rely heavily on our friends at eBay with their photos because they got some pretty good photos on here of different coinage, and I can get different countries too, which I like to have. Even though I do prefer to show off my Canadian, British, and U.S. coins. But same old. Top three contributors will win a coin. We've got a 5-minute limit. You look for the go, and when I hit stop, that means you stop. That's it. Anything after that doesn't count. However, we may, because we love history so much, look at what stuff slipped by. And in the meantime, I will tally up the contributors' points as we go through the game. But overall, though, this week we have really had some cool things. And of course, Darren, Dimebag Darren, come on up if you want to.
Dimebag.
That work. It's been a super. I went to see a movie. First one I've gone to, a VIP there yesterday, and it was the part of the Harry Potter franchise, the Fantastic Beasts.
Oh yeah, that's what Lauren wanted to see.
Over 2 hours long, and some of our friends enjoyed it a lot, but it's just not hitting me the way it used to.
I think some of these films, I think some of the hype is lost it. I think, it's trying to milk the franchise a little bit more. I don't know.
Yeah, the high point for the film was when that little it looks like a duck-billed platypus found some more coins and tucked it away. That was I got excited about that.
As I said, I've never seen it, so I'll never really give it a chance, I guess. So I don't know.
Yeah, and the other high point for me this week was I ended up getting 3 more Canadian quarters in. Of course, it's not the period that we're looking at today, but they're ones that are a little bit rarer. I got myself a 1942 with a Georgie on there. And then I got a 1931, which is 1931 there. I can't see it very well. There.
Oh,
and
cool.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little one. They're not the best quality ones. And I have a 1940 Georgie too came in, which was kind of nice. So those
3 pence.
Keep looking for them. They're hard to find. You don't find them in rolls very often. Guarantee it.
So. Hey, it's Keenamin. It's Keenamin. Does everyone have sound? We have sound.
We have sound here.
I can hear you loud and clear, Skip.
Yeah, hold up your hands if you don't have sound, or if you have sound or not.
Hold up your hands. I didn't hear that.
And don't forget to hit that like button and share. I shared out a few things, but...
Oh, yeah, good idea. Hang on a second.
So instead of running on my phone today, I'm actually running it off of my little Chromebook, and it seems to be a lot nicer. Austrian Stacker.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, I have a feeling 1875 is going to be a rather interesting year. And we will start in 1 minute. So get ready to see the go.
So I'm just sharing you out, Skip. There we go.
Merci buckets. And
I'm glad you keep because I'm terrible for that. I don't even do it to my channel. I'm crazy.
Let's see. There's my example for an 1875. Guess what country that's from?
It looks like France.
That, my friend, is King Alfonso the 12th of Spain.
Oh, Spain. Okay. It is Spain arms there. Royal shield, got the 2 castles, lion, 2 lions. They do mean something, but I can't remember what it is now.
They're actually handsome-looking coins.
5 status.
40, yeah, 40.
Oh, 40. Oh, don't forget, look like a 5 here.
Yeah,
there we go. I'm looking at a very small screen, so.
Very interesting. Do you have anything for 1875?
Oh, I do indeed, Skip. Oh, I do indeed. What I'm going to do, because there's different varieties to this coin, these coins.
Oh.
Let me just get to my internet, because I'll just share you out a minute. Yeah, I just got it right here. Okay. As I was about to press it, there we go. Alrighty, I've got an 1875 large date 1 penny from Great Britain. It's much better condition than it looks. As you know, it's got young head Britannia, but this is the large date. It fills the whole bottom of the. You can just about see it there. It will fill the whole date of the space, as well as small date is probably a little bit. Obviously, you've got a lot more gaps going between.
Right.
Now, what I'll do, I'll show you the small date version. So there's the small date. I don't know if you can see that very well. And the large date will fill the hole, so you can tell the difference.
Oh yeah.
And you got the heat and mint version would have the H, and I believe the H is underneath the 8 and 5 there, so you'd have the heat and mint in Birmingham. I do not have that variety.
You know, it was the Heat and Mint did all the mintage for Canada at first, eh?
Heaton or Kings Norton. It depends. There's another minting company as well in London, but I can't remember the name of it.
I think they denote the Heat and Mint denoted on our coinage it showed an H.
Yeah, so Heat and Mint in Birmingham that would be long gone. So yeah, these coins different. The Heat and Mint is the rare one, is the scarce one, and this is a guideline price of them between £21 to 2,000. But getting that uncirculated when you're looking at very, very scarce, that's the Heat and Mint one. And there are only, of all varieties, remember, this is all varieties, including Heat and Mint. There's almost 11 million of them.
That's actually a fair amount.
Yeah, for Great Britain. But it's, if you got to think about it, it's still less than one per household. But yeah, it's actually in really good shape for its age. In fact, actually, I'm pretty sure it's in this one here. I think it's 1875 half pennies I have. What's that? Oh. Fucking everything. I got them here somewhere. Is it 1875? Underneath the camera here a minute. Oh, it's 1887. Oh, damn it. But these are fakes, these are. You can tell they're fakes.
Yeah.
Everything's decided to fall out.
Stop. Let's see what we got here.
Alrighty. That's an interesting coin. I'll do that one. Didn't I have that one? The skipper gone, is he? Oh, there he is.
Yeah. I'm still
Phone calls.
getting used to the system here. Take a look and see what our contributors have done here. I'm gonna have to use my other screen for that.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, 1875. This is from Robert Coin's Adventures. Britain's Midlands Railway abolishes the second-class travel, ending the practice of carrying the third-class passengers in open airway wagons. So it's pretty chilly.
You know, I remember seeing pictures of that. He also says January 5th, President Grant sends federal troops to Vicksburg in Mississippi.
Evil Arch Conservatives on May the 25th. Romanian inventor Petraș Pinaru is granted a French patent for the fountain pen, or for a fountain pen, which is actually really interesting. I like fountain pens.
That is cool. 25th of January, 1875, Anti-Slavery Society forms in New York.
Okay, January 4th, Camilla Sainz Dance Macabre premieres. It's obviously in a theatre.
Danse Macabre. That's kind of a creepy name for a dance. 26th of January, 1875, electric dental drill is patented by George F. Green. Think about that. No more hand drills.
Or pliers. Or doorknobs. International Bureau of Weights and Measures established by signature of the Meter Convention. Look at that, the Meter Convention in Paris. Or the metric systems.
I didn't think it went back that far.
I didn't think it went that far. I thought it was 1900s when that was all done.
Yeah. 3rd of March, 1875. No, I'm wrong. Ferret 45 says 3rd of March, 1875. The first recorded hockey game was in Montreal.
Look at that. 3rd of March as well from Ferrari is US Congress authorizes 20-cent coin, last only 3 years. So they must be really, really rare.
I don't think I have one of those. March 3rd, George Bizet's last and greatest opera, Carmen. I've heard of Carmen.
Yeah,
Premieres at the Opera Comique in Paris, France.
17th of April, 1870, modern snooker invented by Sir Neville Chamberlain, a border British officer in Jalapa, India. Well, that's technically not true. Now, I'm a snooker fan. It's actually a French game. And did you know they used to use the cues the wrong way around? Well, was the right way around in them days. They used to hold the handle like this, so the handle was like that, and then they would have the hand like this. But now the conventional way is that way, so you draw. That's where they used to push the ball. But it's a French invention.
Well, I can understand them switching around the other way because, you know, when you draw back, anybody standing behind you, when it had the pointy part, they got stabbed.
Yeah. Well, it used to be like a cane type look.
Yeah.
But it was a thick end. And they used to use ivory balls back then. They used cobalt balls.
Evil Arch Conservative writes, Francis Galton publishes the history of twins as a criterion of the relative powers of nature and nurture.
Numismatics put S.
Not sure why I put S there. Pretend it's not there.
March 15th, the first US Cardinal John McCloskey invested. What's that? US Cardinal John McCloskey invested. Invested in what exactly?
Oh, invested into the church. He's a cardinal.
Okay, but it might have been a cardinal, but he might have invested into windows. I don't know. Church roofs. He might have invested into church roofs. That's what he's done. That's what he breaks through the roofs.
Yeah, they were back in the days when they used to do lead roofs.
Imagine that full on your head. No thanks.
Ferret 45 says 1st of May 1875, Alexandra Palace, London reopens after being burnt down in 1873.
Yeah. March, the Challenger expedition first records the Challenger Deep. I was talking about that last stream. When the Challenger went down to Antarctica.
That's rather interesting. I still think of the Lost World every time I see that Challenger thing come out. March 18th, 37th Grand National. Tommy Picker now wins his 3rd Grand National aboard 100-6 chance with Pathfinder. 106? Those are good. You win that money.
Yeah, if you put £6, don't forget it's 240 pennies to a pound. It's just £6. I mean, it's a lot of money back then. If you just put £6, you got £600 back. You got £106 back. But if you were quite rich and put £600, you'd have got £6,000 back. 16th of May, 1875, earthquake in Venezuela and Colombia kills 16,000.
Oh boy, lots of people. 2nd of June, 1875, Alexander Graham Bell makes his first sound transmission.
Yeah. And do you know who too?
Who's who?
Yeah, do you know who he first called?
He called his barber and said that he needed a haircut.
I don't think his barber had a phone.
Go ahead, tell me.
Hello?
Oh, I need a shave and my beard trimmed.
Oh, man, it's Queen Victoria. Do you know why we say hello on the phone? You go hello automatically
because Queen Victoria went hello.
No, it was actually the first. What was supposed to have happened was it's supposed to say ahoy.
What?
Rather than saying hello, the first communication would have been ahoy. But
ahoy! Ahoy! Now that makes sense.
But it wasn't. They changed it to hello to make it more informative. As it's less informative to go ahoy. Hello, shipmate.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Good grief. You got the next one?
May 1st, 238 members of the Whiskey Ring accused of anti-US activities. The Whiskey Ring accused of if we're all drunk on whiskey and anti-US activities, like I don't know, rioting.
Well, you do understand when you get enough libations into you that you don't think clearly.
Exactly.
So the bloody guys did some stupid stuff while they were pissed. Honestly. EAC says Swiss chocolatier Daniel Peter working with Henry Nestle. I know that one.
Yeah, we do indeed.
The method of manufacturing milk chocolate using condensed milk.
Yummy.
Now we're talking.
5th of June 1875, Pacific Stock Exchange formally opened in San Francisco, California.
San Francisco. 19th of June 1875, the Herzegovinian rebellion against the Ottoman Empire begins.
There we go. It starts of the wars again in Europe. May the 11th, George Chamber Zeppelin pictures the first night of 9 innings shootout. Yeah,
shutout. Early baseball. Ferret 45, 7th of July, 1875. Jesse James robs the train in Otterville, Missouri.
I think he robs the trains with I think his gang. He met up with the younger boys, didn't he?
Well, it definitely wasn't the older boys. They were too mature to do that.
And he was only about 17, 18 at the time. 25th of August, 1875. Captain Matthew Webb makes his first observed and unassisted swim across the English Channel in 21 hours, 45 minutes. Wow.
I didn't like going across the English Channel in a big bloody ferry. I wouldn't want to swim the bloody thing. May 17th, first Kentucky Derby. Oliver Lewis aboard Aristides wins in 2 minutes, 37 seconds, and 75 something else.
House, 11th of September, 1860. The first newspaper cartoon strip. Now, is that English or New York? If it was English, I think it was called Handicap, if I remember rightly.
The English one was Handicap, but the one that they had, and it was very controversial, I believe, was called The Yellow Boy.
Okay. I didn't know that. I knew it was Handicap was the English one, so
and that's why because it was so controversial, they got in. They actually referred to the newspapers that hosted that cartoon as yellow journalism.
Okay, so we've had that one already. On first March the 3rd, U.S. Congress authorizes 20-cent. We've had that one, and we've had the Alexander Graham Bell. Billy the Kid arrested for the first time and jailed after receiving clothing stolen from a Chinese laundry. Escapes 2 days later. Now you got Jesse James in around, is it Arizona way?
I thought he was Midwest. I didn't think he went as far. I don't think he went as far as Arizona.
Was it Kentucky around about here? And then you had Billy the Kid in the same year. In the same era, and I think he was more California, that sort of way, Nevada way.
I'd have to look it up again, but it was a colorful career, but very short lived.
Yeah. Now he had the marshals after Billy the Kid. You know, it was so much going on around the Wild West, loads.
Yeah. We got silver meow coins in now. LNW is in.
Yeah.
Perking off, going something about, come on, Captain, you can do it. Get in a barrel. A barrel? What do you think I'm going to do? Go over the falls? I don't think so.
The first person to go over the Niagara Falls was a school teacher, wasn't she? 60-year-old.
Yeah. She wasn't very smart.
And then a guy went over, another person, but he slipped over on an orange pill and died, didn't he? 5th of June, Pacific Stock Exchange formally opens in San Francisco. We said that one. The 29th of June, 29th, was that 9th, Belmont, Bobby Swim. I don't understand that. Belmont, Bobby Swim aboard the Calvin wins. Oh,
yeah, it's a race. It says June 12th, 9th, Belmont races. Bobby Swim was aboard the horse Calvin, wins in 2 minutes, 42 seconds, and 25 milliseconds, or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah. 28th November, 1865, British explorer Vernie Cameron reaches East Africa. Wow, that's a long walk. East Africa.
Second, Garonne flood, great damage in Verdun and Toulouse, kills about 1,000. Verdun and Toulouse, isn't that in France?
Toulouse is in France.
Oh, Spain. Toulouse, isn't Toulouse Spain?
I think it's France.
It's France?
Verdun.
I know Verdun is it.
There's a Battle of Verdun. And I think that might have been in France. 4th of July, white Democrats kill several blacks in terrorist attacks in Vikingsburg, I should say. Vicksburg. You're making our U.S. chat cringe. Vicksburg.
17th of December, 1875, violent bread riots in Montreal. Now, why would they have bread riots in Montreal?
I don't know. It's not actually. We've had the Otterville, Missouri. with Robert's Coins Adventures.
Yeah, we had that one.
Captain Matthew Webb makes the first of burst, and we've had that one. Billy the Kid is arrested. We've had that one.
Yeah.
How we go? 4th of November 1875, passenger steamship Pacific collides with the sailing vessel Ophius off Cape Flattery, Washington. 236 people sadly died.
October 16, Brigham Young University is founded in Provo, Utah.
I think I know someone who's actually in the coin community from that area. The Tonga adopts constitution in 1875 on the 4th of November. Cool.
October 25th, the first performance of the Piano Concerto No. 1 by Pytolovich Tchaikovsky is given in Boston, Massachusetts, with Hans von Bülow as soloist.
We've had that one with the
Tonga. Yeah.
Bernie Cameron is the first European. We've had that one.
Robert Coin Adventures, November 13th, Harvard-Yale game, his first college football contest with uniforms. What were they doing? Running naked before that, or what? What's going
on? 1875, Natives Sons of the West organized. Native Sons of the West organized. That's on the 7th of December 1875.
November 16th, the Battle of Gundet. Ethiopian Emperor Yohannes beats the Egyptians.
Battle of Ethiopia Emperor. Did you know a few thousand when Ramesses the Great, his son, well, his adopted son Moses, he actually defeated the Egyptians. The Egyptians, I mean the Ethiopians. So Moses defeated the Ethiopians. Now it's like a role reversal.
Oh, interesting.
You know Moses, isn't it? The 10 Commandments. He was an adopted son.
Oh, look, Patty Ferguson jumped in there.
Patty, and when we have opening of the first funicular in UK at South Cliff at Scarborough, North Yorkshire. Open the first funicular UK South Cliff. Do you know? I don't even know what that is. And then that's from Patty Ferguson, and then Robert's Coins Adventures. November 16th, William Bonwill patents dental mallet to impact gold into cavities.
Oh, okay. There's a thought. So he's invented a mallet that he can whack into the cavities in a person's mouth.
Yeah.
Does that sound pleasant or what?
Sounds even painful. I'd rather have the drill and then fill it up with whatever, but not hammer that in.
Oh.
In.
November 17th, American Theosophical Society is founded by Mademoiselle Blavatsky and Colonel Olcott.
I've got stop on mine.
Yeah, me too. Wow.
Good evening, all. Just popped in to say hello and hope everyone is well. It's good to see you, my friend. Fug Stacking's here. Did I see Alan W? There he is.
Bo Selecta.
She digs. She digs. I've seen She Digs for a while. Happy swinging. This one we never had. The 7th Vernie Cameron, the first European across the equator, Africa. We've had that one twice.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys can go while we're talking about the new the next year, which is 1878. And I got an example of the 1878 Canadian 1 cent.
1876 now, sir.
Sorry, 1876. That's right, 1876.
Well, I lose my mind.
Stand corrected. There's Victoria again. And this one, is the H. And where is H there, Dale?
Below the 8 and 7 in Heaton, Birmingham.
Yeah, made in Britain. 18. And those of you that collect these coins, they're not expensive. These ones here, Canadian large cents, some of them are quite cheap. This one here, they're, it's like $2.
You're not going to see this one very well because it is very worn. But I love it because it's got loads of history behind it. I don't care what anybody says. I do love this coin. So this is an 1876. You're not going to see the date on it because you have to really get up close. You can just about see the date there, 1876. Get the light on it. But I'll show you what it looked like in its glory. And it is a Heaton mint one, by the way, because they're only done in Heaton. Only made in Heaton mint. There we go. That'd be the reverse.
Ooh.
And again, these are not really expensive unless you get into the higher grades. This is just a guideline price, so my one's worth nothing, but I got one, so I like it. I reckon it's got a lot of use there. And that's a halfpenny, by the way.
A halfpenny.
18. So I'm just getting ready for my next year because I don't have any.
Yeah, me too. Well, I've got them, but it's just too hard to see, so it's easier using the phone.
All right, Lars.
Yeah.
Right, got that one done. Now let's have a look at some history. Um, 1877. 1876 is UK history.
Well, in 1876, the Fredericton City Hall was completed in New Brunswick. And the Intercontinental Railway connecting central Canada to the Maritimes was completed.
We spoke about that railway more or less at the beginning. So that's just completed. It was taking like 20 years or something.
Yeah, it took quite a while. And the first long-distance phone call connects the Bell residence with a shoe and boot store in nearby Paris, Ontario.
The first greyhound race to use an artificial hare held in Hendon.
Yeah, that's an interesting fact because, people wear artificial hair quite a bit these days. Oh, different hair. Okay, gotcha. The district of Keewatin, incorporating the disputed Manitoba, is separated from the Northwest Territories. So we actually had a district called Keewatin.
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 Oh yeah, this is actually quite sad. This is the grey squirrel was introduced to England in Henbury Park, Cheshire. Now our native squirrels is the red squirrel, and the grey squirrels basically overrun them.
Oh, so, yeah.
They're kind of like scarce now.
It's not the first time they've done that. They did that a lot, especially in Australia. All right, stop.
I think they're purposely looking for foreign stuff.
L&W's in there now. Look at that. I haven't seen L&W in ages.
He put out Amazing History the other week. George Clark, he again became a soldier, enlisted in Boston, Massachusetts in April 1870. In the regular army as a recruit, he was sent west, traveling by railway as far as Ogden,
Utah.
A lot happened in Utah.
A lot. 1st of January 1876, the Reich Bank opens in Berlin.
Cool. Utah and Terence going over to the trial to Fort Ellis, Montana, where he was assigned to Company Owl of the 2nd United States Cavalry. The cavalry's the swords, isn't it?
They were the horses. 1876, January 1st. No, I've said that already. February 2nd, Baseball's National League forms at the Grand Central Hotel, New York City, with teams in Boston, Chicago, and Cincinnati, Hartford, Louisville, New York, Philadelphia, and St. Louis.
Fantastic. 1870, my great-great-grandfather, Charles C. Brown, born, died 19th, dad's side. That's interesting. Sorry about the loss there. We're on Ferrari 45. The United States orders all Native Americans to move into reservations.
Yeah, that wasn't a very happy time for the Aboriginal population.
No.
February 15th, historic elm at Boston was blown down. Okay. When you know you're digging into history when you find a tree recorded as a major event when it got blown down.
Yeah, especially probably it's one of the oldest trees there, or a celebrational tree. You know, it's probably been up there for maybe 150 years and gets blown down. July 4th, US celebrates centennial. So it's 100 years of the United States.
That was a really good party.
Were you there?
Oh, Stripes, you should have seen the fireworks they were using.
They went off like a bang, did they?
They did. Except the one horse-drawn cart that was carrying all the fireworks got fired and it all went off at once. It was a blast.
It was a blast, yeah. They went, hey, what a long face. February 24th, Henrik Eisburn's play Peer Gynt premieres in Oslo. Peer Gynt. Is that Peer Gynt?
Peer Gynt?
Gynt. If it's in Oslo, that's going to be Sweden.
Norway.
Yeah.
L&W says, under Captain Randolph Norwood and Colonel Davidson, this battalion was attached to General Gibson's command, which was under instruction to join the forces of Generals Terry and Custer. Oh boy, run. Nothing to do with Custer. Do not do it.
Depends if it's his brother, though. If it's brother's, is his brother named John Custer or something like that? It was
I think his first name was Devon.
Devon Custer.
I'm sure not many of the folks on here are getting that, but you and I know.
That was good. I like that one. You got me back. You actually got me back. Oh man, that's good.
Where are we? August 1st, 1876. Colorado became a state. 1876. Alexander Graham Bell patents the telephone. EAC's doing the double headers now.
Yeah. 7th of February 1870, sardines, the first canned by Julius Wolfe in Eastport, Maine. I must have been packed in like a can of sardines.
I'm not exactly the first one in line for sardines, that's for sure. Depends on whether you want them in mustard or oil.
I tried sardines, not my favorite fish.
No. Alexander Graham Bell patents the telephone March 7th, and Alexander Graham Bell receives a patent for the telephone in the U.S.
The first telephone call, Alexander Graham Bell says, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." His assistant, Thomas Watson. What?
Really? They had to record every bloody thing these guys had to say on the first calls, right?
I'm still doing it today.
Can you imagine making your first phone call and they're recording what it is you're saying, and the first thing you say is, I have to run to the washroom. Hold on.
Nicholas August Otto invents the first practical four-stroke internal combustion engine.
Interesting. Oh, and together they proceed against the Indians. Then in a hostile mood, the history of Montana gives a prominent part to the following events during... Wow. Okay.
August the 1st, Colorado admitted to the Union as the 38th state of the United States.
LNW writes, George Custer, impatient to delay and with an ambition to win all the glory of the Indian campaign. Okay, I know what it's leading up to.
Yeah. 2nd of March, General Crook destroyed the Caneys. Is that the Caneys?
Destroyed the Cheyennes.
And the Oglala Indians camps.
That would be Sioux.
Sioux, sorry. That's going to be with Crazy Horse and Dromino and all that, isn't it? They all clubbed together, didn't they?
In different camps, yeah.
Was it Crazy Horse?
Sitting Bull.
Sitting Bull, that's it. Sitting Bull.
Geronimo.
Because I think Geronimo is the only one that's ever been photographed, isn't he, as the chief?
No, they got a picture of Sitting Bull as well.
Is any Crazy Bull? Crazy Horse, that was one that was missing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Photos.
April 8th, Amalere Ponchielli's opera La Gioconda premieres in Milan.
Ferrari says 10th of March, first time in call. That was when we going, but we've had that one. Nicholas, we've had that one. Daniel O'Leary completes a 500-mile walk in 139 hours, 32 minutes. Yeah, but where to? Where is he going? Daniel O'Leary, is that around? So is O'Leary going to be Ireland, maybe?
Think about what it would be like walking on the roads back then.
Depends where, though.
It really does depend where. Yeah, and here it comes. I was expecting this. With his fellow officers and their reinforcements entered the fight with the Sioux on the Little Bighorn, culminating in the historic massacre on the 26th of June, 1876.
And did you know the Indian chiefs said to the warriors they wouldn't allow to scalp the soldiers? And obviously they were mutilated big time.
Well, you can understand they're being pissed off, considering that they were notorious for killing men, women, and children in a lot of those Indian encampments.
Yeah, they didn't expect him to. Was it almost 20,000 warriors? Because the Indians moved all the kids and all that away into a different encampment. But some of the markers are so spread out. If you ever look over Google Earth and see it's so spread out where everything is, it's just crazy. I was looking back at then and now photos.
Yeah.
This is going back a little while ago, and it hasn't really changed much apart from a few trees growing, some of the bushes. But yeah, it's sad. We've had that one with the Tchaikovskys. Oh no, it's Swan Lake, that one. Ilyich Tchaikovsky completes his ballet of Swan Lake, which is one of your favorites, isn't it, babe? Swan Lake.
I lost track of where you are. I'm seeing May 2nd, the April uprisings breaks out in Bulgaria.
Yeah. Scottish-American inventor Alexander Graham Bell and an American electrical engineer Elisha Gray each file a patent for the telephone.
Patty Ferguson, September 6th, South Pacific line from LA to San Francisco is completed.
May 17th, 7th Cavalry under General George Armstrong Custer leaves Fort Lincoln. I think that more or less ties in with
it ties in with the other one. The Seth Thomas Clock Company is awarded a United States patent for an adjustable wind-up alarm clock.
Oh wow! Everyone's worst nightmare. The 30th of May, Ottoman Sultan Abdul al-Aziz is deposed and succeeded by his nephew Murat V. Murat V.
13th of May, 1876, Amersfoort Zutphen Railway opens. Amersfoort, I wonder if that is in the Netherlands.
Or it might be a Dutch one, actually. Zutphen.
That would be the Netherlands.
Yeah, I know about Zutphen. Zutphen. Is that just going to be the Netherlands, just the Netherlands Railway?
I think I've been on that one.
The Belmont William Donahue aboard Algerian. What's that? Is that the horse race?
Algerian?
Algerian wins.
Not a horse race.
240. The 240 wins in 2 minutes 40 seconds and 5 inches of a second. It's a bit precise for a horse race.
April, Joseph Zentmeyer makes his centennial microscope in the United States.
Ooh. Republican 11th of July. Republicans picked Rutherford B. Hayes as U.S. presidential candidate.
October 4th, Texas and M University opens for classes.
The 7th viewer skipper. The California Street Cable Car Railroad goes into franchise, or gets its franchise, I should say. Cable car railroads, just like trams. Is that right?
Yeah, they're fun. 14th of June, 1876, California. Oh, you said that. Nicholas Otto builds the first successful four-stroke engine using the Otto cycle. That would be what? The automobile? I don't know.
The car didn't come out until 1902, did it?
So this is pretty early.
The Otto cycle.
The Otto cycle.
Must have been some kind of powered, and obviously for mechanical industrial work, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
June the 5th, tsunami after the earthquake floods northeast coast of Japan, killed 28,000. That's a lot of people.
Wow. Meharry Medical College, founded in Nashville, Tennessee as the medical department of Central Tennessee College, is the first medical school for African Americans in the southern United States.
Wow. The first, and you have to get, what's Enlia? To get 6 hits. Is that baseball? Oh yeah, it must be baseball. The first, I don't know what that is, to get 6 hits in 9 innings game, Dave Force, Philadelphia Athletics. I don't know what NLER means. That's from Robert's Coins.
Robert, what does that mean? NLER. 4th of July, 1876, the first public exhibition of the electric light in San Francisco.
Serbia declares war on Turkey. That's from Robert's Coins Adventures. I mean, I did have baseball, but I don't know what any NLER means.
Yeah.
We've had Serbia declares war on Turkey.
Yeah. 1st of August, 1876, Colorado becomes the 38th state of the Union.
October the 6th, American Liberty Association, founded in Philadelphia.
Good place to start it.
Is
July 3rd, Montenegro declares war on Turkey. I wouldn't think Montenegro was big enough to declare war on anybody.
That's what I was thinking. Turkey had gone. Nah. 1876, King Leopold II opens Congo Conference. We've had that one with the.
Seen. August 8th, Thomas Edison's granted patent for the autographic printing. It was patent 180857.
Oh, look at that. Yay, get a coin one. US Orleans Mint reopens as an essay office.
Thank you. It's so nice to get a coin one.
It is.
August 13th, the Bayreuth Festspielhaus opens with the first complete performance of Richard Wagner's Ring Cycle. That sounds rude.
14th, Prairie View State University reforms. Prairie View State. Prairie View State University forms. No. Where's that? Do anybody know what that is?
No idea.
All right, babe. Yes.
We got that one already. August 24th, riot abolishes fairs in Amsterdam. 2 were killed.
The first cremation takes place in a cemetery built by Francis Julius Lamonnière. You know your French better than I do. Lamonnière. How would you pronounce that?
Lemoyne.
I haven't done French for years. Only we used to go French because the teacher was really, really hot.
Really? Did you say your teacher was really hot?
Yeah. Very hot.
What a reason to take a subject. Staring at your teacher, not knowing what she's saying.
She used to wear these big woolly jumpers, and she, being French, never wore a bra. And the boys would purposely drop the pencils, and because we used to wear these headphones, she would bend down and pick the pencil up for us. And of course, it's a good reason to be there.
I just spotted LNW says that the acronym stands for National League.
Oh, National League. Okay.
29th of December, 1876, 11 passenger cars crash in a ravine near Ashtabula, Ohio. 92 die.
Nasty. Race riot in Charleston, South Carolina. Race riot. Man.
September 14th, Henry Morton Stanley's expedition leaves Rwanda.
Oh, I didn't know that. Surname begins compulsory education for 7 to 12 years.
Oh, that is cool.
It's one of your favorites now.
Oh, God bless you, Patty. Heinz tomato ketchup created. You want to know something about Heinz ketchup? I'll tell you.
The first crematorium in U.S. begins operation Washington, Pennsylvania.
September 20th, the Ottawa Football Club forms.
First Belgian parachute jump, obviously in Glorieux.
Boy, I bet you that was a dandy. 5th of December, 1876, Daniel Stilson's mass patents first practical pipe wrench.
Okay.
Okay, and then I got stop. Whatever else comes after that.
And I'll carry on reading out a little bit.
You go ahead. I got 2 minutes to set up here for the next year.
The first carousel at Coney Island created built by Child ID Loaf. I suppose I had relatives that lived in a tree but lost a story. It's amazing reservations were so late in some places. It's all the way east. Our natives were fighting in 18. Wow. Bad phone call. The Chiefs was very bad. He's just going through a lot of awesome history. Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Well, that was quite a bit for 1876.
That was a lot there. Even got Custer in there, and obviously Little Bighorn, and I mean, you can actually drive if you ever go to the park there. You can actually drive up to the.
You do know that's just south of me here.
Is it really?
Yeah, I can be there in 8 hours.
See, to me, I thought that would be like more or less Central America. I didn't know exactly where it was.
No, it's western, but not far west.
Yeah. Okay. So, what state would that be in? Because I've never actually really.
I
should look at that really.
Hold on. I know this. I know this. And I pass through it all the time when I head south. Well, through Montana. Is it Montana? Help me out here, guys. South Dakota. Where's the Little Bighorn? That's in Montana, is it not? Or
South Dakota is a state.
South Dakota is further east.
Montana.
I know it. Montana. See, I go to Helena all the time.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. We're on the go for 1877.
1877.
In 1877, I got an 1877 Indian head penny. And you see how much they bloody well want for this one. Which looking at the condition of that thing, I think that's a little on the high side.
I think that is I don't think it's a key date though. I don't think 1877 is a key date.
I'd have to dig through my red book and find out what these things are worth. Not that that's the best one to look at. And from what I understand, the gray books are better, or the gray pages, whatever they call it down there. I got to update. My red book's old.
There we go. In 1877.
Oh, let me just bring it up so we can see it a little bit better here, my friend.
I'm gonna have to look at the key dates as well for the 1870s. So that's. Oh yes, please, sweetheart. Thank you. Does anybody else want a hot drink? So who's making it?
I'm still working on my cup of Joe. Getting cold now, though.
There we go. So you got the lighthouse and the galleon. It's a beautiful coin, though, the Britannia. Yeah, it depends on, you know, I suppose all coins depends how bad you really want it. And I had like a question today. It was about one of my pennies, and he said, "Oh, give me a price. How much I want to buy a penny? My penny off me." And I said to him, "Look, I'm not being funny of you, but I'll be honest with you. This is only worth face value." And you can get these kind of anywhere. And then I had another question from another person saying about my 20 pence. It was only a 2016, and they were going, "How much would you want for it?" And if I would have been, some kind of sheet, I would have said, "Give me £1,000 for it." I'll give you 10 of them. But I just said that they're face. You can get them anywhere. They're not. I'm just doing it as a reference, not as a, I was just being honest with the people,
Right.
But there are people out there who would have probably took that and made a fool of some people, and I'm not like that. I'll be honest. I said these are face value coins. And then my favorite question, I got one like yours, or in the same condition of yours. How much is it worth? I say, look, to be honest, I'm not. This is the reason why I don't put values in my videos, is because I don't want to give people false hope or false intentions. And I said, I don't sell coins. I'm not a grader. I don't know the condition of your coin, and what I do to have a very bare minimum is this. But that is still not set in stone. Do your research like everybody else, and it's what you're willing to pay for it and what you're willing to buy it. Are you willing to let go? Can you get these quite readily? Do you collect? I try and be honest with people. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's the best way to be.
There's two types of people that tend to ask that question. Those that are not collectors and they just happen to get a hoard from a friend or relative, or those that are brand new collectors and they do not understand how to do the research on them and where to ask.
Yeah.
So they're basically putting their feelers out as a general thing to find what they can. They figure a lot of people can tell just by a quick look how much a coin's worth. Yeah. Well, you know yourself. That's not how it works.
No. I mean, there's coins. I mean, when I've been doing my world coins, I found some right gems like you wouldn't believe. They've just been normal coins to look at. But when you actually look deeper, there's some with markings underneath the letters, and some got different.
Not you. Carry on.
Got different type of styling. So, and they're worth more than others, or they've been broken out of coin sets or whatever. Right, let's get to your go.
Yeah, in Canada, the University of Manitoba was founded in 1877, and the Great Fire of St. John, New Brunswick, destroyed over 80 hectares. That's 200 acres, and over 1,612 structures, including 8 churches, 6 banks, 4 hotels, 11 schooners. This is down towards King Street. I lived there.
Wow.
11 schooners and 4 wooden boats were all destroyed.
So schooners as well.
Yeah, schooners as well. So it got onto the docks. And also September 22nd, Treaty 7 in Canada was signed for with the Indigenous people. So it was a big year. All right, let's take a look and see what we got here, Dale.
Okie dokie. Ferrari 45, January the 1st, 1877. Queen Victoria became Empress of India. That's where you get the INP, IND on the coins now.
Oh, you know that so well.
Yeah, which is going to be India, and then Prapta on the coins at the end. That's where you, because that's all done from Edward the Fourth. No, it wasn't. Yeah, Edward the Fourth, George the Fourth. Sorry, started all that. So, of course, when she was first queen, it didn't have those initials on the coins because she wasn't emperor at the time, so she got coronated.
Right. Yeah, capital of Montana. I love Montana. Patty Ferguson writes, first telephone lines installed between Boston and Somerville, Massachusetts on the 15th of April.
And just think, from that invention, this is where we are today, talking to each other all over the world without realizing it.
Yeah.
Boston and Somerville installs the world. Oh, sorry. In the spring of 1877, Mr. Clark's battalion left Fort Ellis for the Tongue.
That would be Tongue.
Tongue River. Okay, I thought it might have been pronounced rather than Tongue. I never know. To join General Miles' 5th Infantry, he was in the battle with the Aldi Creek. Oh my God, I can't read.
That's Creek. The Battle of Aludi Creek. LA.
7,100. 7,000. Oh, sorry, 7th. Is that the 7th of 1877?
I think that should have said April 7th, 1877. I don't know what the alley is. It's Aludi Creek.
Against the Minicon. I don't know what that is, to be honest.
Minicon? I've never heard of Miniconj Indians. Must be a subgroup that I've never heard of.
I never even heard of them. Obviously, I've heard of the Apaches and all the others, but never heard of that ones. Must have been a very small offset. I don't know.
The Apaches were very important for mending jeans. They used to take care of all the holes in pants. They made the Apaches. As you sit there stunned.
Why is it? Why are they important to jeans? Man.
30th of January, 1877. I'm gonna have to.
Apaches were very important to jeans. Apaches.
It's hard to get back on track.
Frederick Worsley is granted the first patent for a sheep shearing machine. Oh man, what am I going to do with you? I'm so engrossed in history. I don't take any, I'm trying to figure out whether I've heard of this or not and process it. And you come up with Apaches.
30th of January, 1877, storm flood ravages the Dutch coastal provinces.
Okay, you're one ahead of me now. The first news dispatched by telephone between Boston and Salem, Massachusetts. Is that right? Salem?
Yeah, we did that one already, I think. Where are you?
French poet Charles Cross describes a method of recording sound on the paleophone.
Okay, and then before that, did you get the Frederick Wolsey's granted his first patent for sheep shearing?
Yes.
Machine?
Yes.
Okay, so it's Ferrup and Evil Arch Conservative.
I'm on the Russo-Turkish War now. That's where I am with Robert's Coins Ventures. Right after EAC.
Oh, okay. You did that one already?
I haven't done the Russia.
Okay, so that's April 24th, the Russo-Turkish War, 1877-78. Russia declares war on the Ottoman Empire. Apparently, wow. Russia likes declaring war on people all the time. What the heck?
Well, there's a little town in England that Russia's still at war with.
Yeah, you were telling me. That's cool.
The 21st of February, 1877, the first cantilever bridge in US completed in Harrisburg, Kentucky. Cantilever, is that the one that swings? Or is that
it's kind of it swings from the one end, like that.
Okay, yeah. So
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if it swings to the side or not, but I do know it lifts up from one end. Instead of going like this, apparently it goes the whole thing lifts up.
Wow.
Anybody knows something different, then let us know. Where are we? April 30th, French poet Charles Cros describes a method of recording sound, the paleophone.
Oh, we've had that one. That's one.
Oh, we had. Where am I now?
We're on the 20th of February, 1877. Oh, we've had that one. Sorry, on university boat race now between.
Oh, the 24th of March, 1877, university boat race between Oxford and Cambridge ends in a dead heat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure the university guys really liked that one.
Do you know what they had to do? They had to do it again in reverse. No, I'm joking. Kate Edgar becomes New Zealand's first woman graduate, or to graduate, and first woman in British Empire to earn a Bachelor's of Arts. Now that's interesting. In the whole of the British Empire, the first woman to win a Bachelor of Arts. And the British Empire was like 3 times the size as it is today.
Mm-hmm.
First woman. So that's that's a quarter of the world, 3/4 of the world. And she's the first woman. And she's from New Zealand.
Very cool. Alan W. writes, and this is a doubleheader, while in the Tongue River, General Sherman and party came through on a tour of inspection of the military forts in this region. Mr. Clark's company was detailed to escort the distinguished party to Fort Ellis, Sergeant Clark being detailed as orderly to General Sherman. Oh, that lucky bugger. He was his orderly. We call him Batman here. I was a Batman for Major General Stride. Driver, not just that, but he also took care of his boots and his laying out his clothing and generally getting him prepared.
They also call it they call him aides, don't they? In some places. But my eldest auntie, my Auntie Mary, her first husband was a Batman. I thought he was taking a mickey. I thought he was like Batman. I was only little at the time.
No, yeah, actually, Canada had Batman right up to the time I was in the service. Now they don't have them anymore. Apparently, the generals got to do their own things now.
The first Easter egg rolled out held on the White House lawn. I heard something about that. That was with they also had the Easter egg as well, didn't they?
I was watching the Easter egg hunt on the White House lawn with President Biden, and apparently a giant rabbit. And this is true. I watched the video. This person in a big bunny suit got in his face and was trying to help him, direct him. And when the president turned around and saw the thing, it scared the crap out of him. So there's the president being herded away with a look of fright from a giant bunny. I actually thought it was really funny myself, but so there you go. The president of the most powerful person in the free world being herded by a bunny rabbit.
It's a killer rabbit, that is.
Yeah, it was kind of like that one that what was the name of that movie years ago that was done with Jimmy Stewart? Harvey. It reminded me of Harvey.
Do you know? There's going to be loads of memes of that. Emily Bellina flies a patent for the combination or the combined telegraph and telephone incorporating a microphone. Look at that.
That's cool. 2nd of April, 1877, first human cannonball act performed by 14-year-old Rosa Matilda Richter, known as Zazelle, at the Royal Aquarium in London.
Wow. You're going to stick it. Can I just borrow your kid and stick him in a cannon and blow him or somewhere? Yeah, sure.
14-year-old.
Hello, everyone, says Lady Braven.
Lady Braven.
September 24th, the Battle of Shiramoa, decisive victory of the Imperial Japanese Army over Satsuma Rebellion. Sounds like a bunch of oranges to me.
12th April 1877, the British annexed the Transvaal in South Africa. Okay, we're getting closer to that Second Boer War.
Yeah. Alexander Graham Bell installs the world's first commercial telephone service in Hamilton, Ontario.
15th April 1877, Boston Somerville installs the world's first telephone in Massachusetts.
November 29th, US inventor Thomas Edison demonstrates his hand-cranked phonograph for the first time.
Well. November 29th, the U.S. inventor... Oh, got that one. Alan W's when they reached Fort Ellis, they learned of the outbreak of the Nez Perce under Chief Joseph, who met General Gibbons' command at Big Hole Basin and defeated the troops. Yeah, I do recall reading about Chief Joseph and the Nez Perce.
We've had the Russo-Turkish War, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we have LNW again with General Sherman immediately ordered Company Owl to reinforce Gibbons for the purpose of bringing in the wounded soldiers. So,
December 22nd, Thomas Edison's phonograph is announced by Scientific America. He's now being recognized.
Yeah. And then, what's his name? Ford didn't like him, did he? Indian Wars. Sitting Bull leads his band of Lakota. Is that Dakota? It's supposed to be, isn't it? Dakota.
No, it is the Lakota Indians.
Dakota into Canada to avoid harassment by United States Army under Colonel Nelson Miles.
Yeah, he stayed in Canada for a while there before he agreed to come back. 16th of May, 1877 to the May 16th, 1877, there was a political crisis in France. What was the political crisis?
I can't remember.
It doesn't say.
No. Didn't Sitting Bull join with what's his name in oh God, Sitting Bull? He was with who's that rifleman who used to do the axe with the gunslingers.
Boy, you know what? That's like asking what's the name of that guy in that regiment. There's just too many people.
No. It needs to be like an.
Oh no! You're thinking about Wild Bill.
Wild Bill.
And he did the show.
Yeah, Wild Bill, and it was a girl, and I can't remember the girl's name.
Oh, that was Calamity Jane.
Calamity Jane and Sitting Bull. He had Sitting Bull there as well, if I remember rightly, but he was a lot older.
I don't recall him actually having Sitting Bull in his show. He may have. Again, that's something that I invite everybody to take a look at, because that's an interesting history on how they incorporated these Aboriginals into these Wild West shows And they were a big hit. They were huge.
Wild West shows. That's what I was trying to figure.
Yeah.
I'm glad you realised what I was on about. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at explaining myself. I apologize.
Well, that's why we work together, because we can read each other's minds.
You don't read my mind is like static.
Yeah, that's right.
Lewis Brennan patents the Brennan torpedo. October. Emilio Berliner flies a patent for the telephone with induction coils. Induction coils. Sorry, I have to get this a bit bigger. This thing here. Louis Brennan patents the Brennan torpedo in October. Emilia Berliner files a patent for the telephone with induction coils. Right.
I would say that's two different things, because I don't think that putting induction coils on a torpedo would be freaking conducive to being smart.
Can you imagine that? It's got to plug it in. Hang on a second.
Like, holy cow. April 27th, Jules Masternet's opera Le Roi de Lahore, The King of Lahore, premieres at the Palais Garnier in Paris, France.
Here we go. That's what we were talking about there. Thing, but what Fry is going to put in. But I'm going to read this about cricket. March 31st, Test cricket debut of feared Australian fast bowler Fred Demon. Spofford, Australia loses the second Test by 4 wickets versus England at Melbourne Cricket Ground. Now, if you understand what wickets are, okay, when they say wickets,
that's the pole, isn't it?
No. It is the wickets. That's what they use as. But when they say wickets and they take a wicket, loses by 2 wickets, that's basically innings. It's like you do in baseball. So,
okay.
Okay, that's just the terminology.
So that's where they got the phrase "something wicket this ball comes."
The wickets are the stumps. That's the wickets, as you know. Yeah, stumps. Yeah.
I know. When I watch cricket, I'm stumped all the time.
Stumped all the time. But yeah, but when the terminology, when they lose by a wicket, that means by the runs or by the wickets that they're in. So it's as similar as an innings in baseball. It's just another terminology to it. If you ever get confused, because cricket is very confusing in some things. But yeah. And if you ever know what the ashes are burned stick, the little stumps at the top. This is to people that don't know. The trophy is only about 2 inches big, and it's the actual burnt ashes inside it. That's why it's called the ashes.
Oh, you British.
And the Australians.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Australians, of course, would have dragged that over with them. Of course they would. Canadians, we picked up lacrosse, and that's how we ended up with hockey. LNW's got a bunch of things here. She says she's still talking about the deal in Montana, I guess, where they were attacked by Sturgis Command, but drove off the troops. Joseph then released, I'm guessing that's Friar Clark, and permitted him to rejoin Sturgis. The Nez Perce War ended with the capture of the tribe by General Miles on the Musshell River. Sergeant Clark then resumed duty with his company at Fort Ellis. You know, it'd be very cool to have a family member and have that kind of history.
Yeah, definitely. I'm probably a little bit behind you, because after I read out the cricket one, we have Ferrari with 17th of May 1877. Edwin T. Holmes installs the first telephone switchboard burglary alarm. So that's actually really interesting. And then
all right. Well, let's shake it out here a little bit. That was good. We're going to go into 1878 now, right?
I don't know how far you are down, but I haven't got to your stop yet. 15th of June, Henry Russian Flipper, first American cadet to graduate from the U.S. Military Academy. I take that's probably going to be West Point, isn't it?
Yeah, we're way past the stock now.
Lady Braven says, "Do you know what? I'm not even. It's nowhere near your stop. I'm right down. Your stop is. I don't know how far you are down. I'm just reaching 7th of December. 25th is lots. I know actually you'll stop now.
Okay.
It goes by your screen anyway. So Annie Oakley. That's right. I got to see Billy the Kid, Annie Oakley. Yeah. Billy the Kid was was another dude, wasn't he? A young lad.
He was a young lad that stayed young because he didn't see old age.
No. Do you know there's only two official photographs of Billy the Kid?
Yeah, I've seen the one where he was on his own and one that was done in a yard.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was playing football or something, soccer or whatever.
Yeah.
Or something along those games. Obviously, it wasn't invented really. It was kicking something.
The person that found that picture actually made a lot of money.
Yeah, he found it in a yard sale, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's move on then to we'll discuss 1878. And 1878. Why not start? Sorry, 1878. We'll start off with a Morgan dollar. I love Morgans.
Whoa,
they're gorgeous.
Beautiful. I love the Morgans. And do you know a little fun fact? Do you know Morgan? What's his name? JB Morgan. Jane.
Well, it's not JP. It's the Morgan is named after the engraver, right?
Yeah. He's actually British. He lived in Birmingham. Funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my favorite U.S. coin. I know a lot of people like the peace dollars, but frankly, I do like the Morgan dollars. They look really good.
I like the Morgan, but the Morgan will always outshine the peace dollar. I know they're two separate coins and they're obviously different ball game, but I think the peace dollar is overshadowed by the Morgan and always will be, unfortunately.
Ellen W. Do I need to look up my Morgan relations?
Okay, 1878.
Yeah, what do you got there to show us here, my friend?
Oh, sorry. Oh my days! It's gone to 1877 for some reason. Why is it going over to that? 1878. I don't have an 1878 coin physically.
It's okay. While you're looking,
I got a Russian 1878 ruble.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a really pretty coin, actually.
1878, both the University of Montreal and the University of Western Ontario was incorporated.
Another one. This is from Alexander II, 1878.
Oh, I like the toning on that one.
Actually, pretty cool. Actually, something different, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. 1878, October 17th, Sir John A. Macdonald became the Prime Minister for the second time, replacing Alexander Mackenzie.
Was that a good thing for Canada then?
Well, you know what? He was very pro-British and anti-Aboriginal, and he's instrumental in establishing the schools, the residential schools and stuff. That he wasn't well liked by the Aboriginal people, believe me.
No, I guess not. Especially as trying to like treat him as not part of their own land, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
As as like you're like dirt, I guess. Here, the British fleet enters Turkish waters and anchors off the Constantinople. Russia threatens to occupy Constantinople but does not act. The first weekly weather report published in the UK. Zoe's taking the mickey at me as always. An underground explosion at Wood Pit, Haydock, kills at least 189 people. Oh, this is actually really interesting. Right, it's Cleopatra's Needle, erected in Victoria Embankment in London, having arrived in England on the 21st of January. Now, I'll tell you something about that. Okay, if you ever come to London and go onto the Embankment,
right,
and go to Cleopatra's Needle, and a lot of people don't know this. Every bench has got the Sphinx, and you sit on the side, you put your hands on the rest. It's got the Sphinx on it. It's all Egyptian.
Oh, is it for all the way around the square?
Yeah, it's all the way around down the Embankment. It's all Egyptian, and a lot of people don't realise it's sat there. They don't realise it's sat on. But Cleopatra's Needle is obviously the obelisk needle,
right?
And as it travelled over, it went through so much storms. The sailors almost died getting it here, as you can tell, because it's really heavy as well. They have to take it from wherever it is positioned down the Nile.
Oh, no kidding.
Down the Mediterranean. I can't bloody speak. Through the Mediterranean Sea, out through down by South Africa and along that way, and it was rough seas all the way. Terrible time, but a lot of sailors died getting it there, getting it to London. But the whole place is Egyptian. People don't even realise it looks like obviously like 21st century, 22nd century London, but in fact it's all Egyptian stuff. And people don't realise it.
That is very interesting.
And the stones you sit on, the stones that is there as well, I think they're actually from Egypt as well, I believe. It's really, really interesting. Well, I don't think anybody can make blocks like the Egyptians back then.
Well, they're still trying to figure out how they did it.
Well, the divers have found pyramids under the sea, haven't they, now?
Yeah.
And there's some, but I don't know if it's a natural mountain range, but it looks like a pyramid being formed because in the Himalayas somewhere. They don't know whether it's a naturally formed mountain range or it's actually a man-made object. It's quite interesting. I like looking at new discoveries.
I got my buddy just showed up. Lightning.
How
you doing, buddy?
I'm just going to get the next one ready.
Yeah, what a boy. Yeah, you start getting towards the end of the 1800s, you're starting to see some really interesting things happening, especially moving away from the Victorian years into the modern era. I mean, we've gone through the Industrial Revolution, which is awesome. We've seen so many inventions. It's just
it's just amazing. Amazing. I think going back, say, from the 70s and then 100 years prior to that, everything was new. Everything's just been upgraded from then, I reckon.
Stop.
But it's just amazing, amazing landmarks being achievements.
Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness, look at this. Woo! We've got a lot of good stuff this time, man. Lots and lots and lots.
I'm getting to your stop here, Skip. This is loads. There we go.
Well, Robert's coin invention. He's the first one I've got on my list. He says 14th of January, 1878, Alexander Graham Bell demonstrates the telephone to Queen Victoria. Isn't that what we were talking about before?
Yes.
Hello, I can hear you.
Let me just
I am not amused.
I need to show you this coin. And it's so small, I have to get a picture of it. I got it here.
Oh, you actually have it. Okay.
Yeah,
but it's small.
It's tiny small.
Okay, I'm giving you the big screen, buddy.
Okay. Now here is, I'll just show you with a $50. Okay, this is the Kennedy, as you all know, the size of the Kennedy. This is a quarter. This is a quarter farthing. And
whoa, not very big.
No, so it says they're quarter farthing, and there's only 288,000 he's made, and they're only minted for Malta. Funny enough, they were not legal tender in the United Kingdom, and they're probably a little bit smaller than a US rosy dime, just slightly smaller, and that's what they would look like. So this is 1878.
Very cool.
And sorry, 1/3 farthing, not a quarter farthing, 1/3 farthing. Sorry. And to get that on a tiny coin is an accomplishment.
Yeah, that is, especially back then.
Especially you got all those oak leaves, and you got the ribbon, and you got that tiny ribbon at the bottom tied the oak wreath around it with the crown. Incredible engraving there, and it's a slightly harder date, 288,000.
Wow.
Only 9 grams. 9 grams.
It's not very much.
Hello. But yeah, it's a really, really lovely coin. Actually, have I got a rosy dime here?
So we got Ferret 45. He says 4th of January, 1878. Sophia is emancipated from the Ottoman rule.
Oh, that's when we're starting the wars now. Lady Brevin saying hi to EAC. She was in Marlin's live stream earlier.
Oh, excellent.
Britain annexes Walvis Bay. Where's that then? Walvis Bay. That must be in Africa somewhere, I guess, then.
I've never heard of it before. July 12th, yellow fever begins in New Orleans, kills 4,500 people.
My God. That's a horrible disease. Umberto the First becomes king of Italy.
Oh, does he now? June 19th, Edward Muybridge successfully produces a fast motion sequence of photographs showing a horse in movement.
Oh, I remember that. That's on it's like a treadmill.
Yeah, it's that round thing that it's like we talked about that before.
Yeah, this is. I think that's a little bit different. I think that was better. I think the horse is a motion on the side.
Actually,
Uh-oh, we've lost Skipper.
I've watched it. The one with the horse running.
I'll have to check that out. But
yeah, just type it. Early motion picture horse.
I think it's the
And
one
it'll
on the
actually
side.
show
It
it.
looks like that. Obviously,
It just looks like a horse galloping. That's all it is.
yeah.
Falling on me. Yeah. Ew, tickly.
Always interested in stuff like that.
There it is.
You got it? Yeah, that's it.
That's it, yeah. Uh, 30th December, electric street light introduced in London. That put the gas dispenser or out of business. That did. If you ever look around some of the older London houses, they use these little pots. Oh God, what do we call them? Extinguishers. They used to be called. And they used to go around and on a large pole and put out the gas.
I watched Mary Poppins. I saw how they did it.
But when the electric lamp came into it, put them out of work.
That's right.
The actual pipes are used as flower pots. They use them as flower pots.
You had the ones that did light the gas lamps, and you also had the ones that used to tap on the windows to wake you up.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the first alarms.
What else we got here? 10th of January, 1878, U.S. Senate proposes female suffrage.
The restoration of the Scottish heresy of the Roman Catholic Church, carried out on the instructions of Pope Leo XIII.
Ooh.
Not long ago, it was on about Pope Pius.
Yeah, I know. Ferret 45. The one thing you notice about popes, they don't last very long.
No. The longest pope, I think, was Pope.
You know, when you get elected and you're like 90 years old, you just don't last long. 28th of January, 1878, Yale Daily News published first college daily newspaper.
Look at that. There we go. A first US bicycle club, Boston Bicycle Club, forms. A lot of things happen in Boston, doesn't it?
Tea party.
Boston Tea Party and all that.
It's funny they mention those, but all I can picture is all these little these penny farthings going down the road.
Yeah.
25th of March, Russia rejects a British proposal to lay the Treaty of San Stefano before a European Congress.
Well, the Russians would do that, wouldn't they? We've had the Pope Leo XIII becomes head of the Catholic Church. We got another coin history there for 3 years of the 20 cents. You can read that one out, Skip.
Whoa, Lady Brabham, thank you. 1878, the U.S. stopped making the 20-cent coin.
As we know now, it only lasted 3 years.
Yeah, we went through all 3 years.
The first weekly weather report published in the UK by Ferrari. And then
17th of February, 1878, the first telephone exchange in San Francisco opens with 18 phones.
That's a lot. That's a lot of wiring back then.
Now they're talking about the exchange now. That means you got all 18 operators trying to man the switchboard, I guess.
Yep. And they all
Which
plug
would have been the zoo.
Spaghetti wires. Thomas Edison is granted the patent for his gramophone or the phonophone.
Oh.
And there's actually, give me a second. and I'll show you something really funny. You might recognise this if I still got the photograph. Laura and Artie put a gramophone in their car. Hopefully I still got the photograph because it's so funny.
Oh, so they had music while they're driving.
Yeah. Do you know they start off like the music of Laura and Hardy, and Hardy goes to Laurel, change the record with us. They stop the car, open the lid of the boot, and then change the record. It's so funny because you weren't expecting it back then, having a gramophone in the front of a car. Oh, please let me have it. No, it's gone. I think I got rid of it ages ago. Oh, man. Never mind.
Well, I've been trying to decipher what Evil Arch Conservative put down here on December 25th, 1878.
Louis Joseph Chevrolet, founded of Chevrolet, the auto company, born in La Chaux-de-Fonds, canton of Nachau, Switzerland, a French-speaking part of Switzerland. Okay.
I'm guessing that was his birth date.
It must be. It must have been his birthday. Louis Chevette founded Chevrolet. Founded the founder. Oh yeah, co-founder of Chevrolet. Okay, that must have been his birth date.
Yeah.
An underground explosion at Wood Pit Haydock kills at least 189 people.
10th of June, Konrad Korzeniowski, the future novelist Joseph Conrad, sets foot on English soil for the first time at Lowestoft from the SS Mavis.
I think the SS Mavis was I think that was used for years. That ship certainly rings a bell with something. I have to check it out. I think it was used in the wars. The first winter sense of Antio, highest mountain in the Pyrenees. The first winter ascent of the Antio, highest mountain of the Pyrenees. Okay.
Again, every time I read about these guys mountaineering back then, the equipment would have been crap.
Women used to wear tweed and skirts.
You just got to shake your head.
You think, why? Why would you? I mean, it's true. It was these people, the women. It was not right for women to wear trousers. So they would wear skirts and tweed skirts, and they would wet was like twice as heavy.
Yeah. I guess they just doubled for tentage when they got up to the top. I don't know. Good grief. 18th of March, 1878, the city of Anaheim in California was incorporated for the second time. Why? Wasn't it good enough the first time?
Thomas Edison invents the cylinder phonograph known as the tinfoil phonograph. And that's what I was talking about with the when they recorded Queen Victoria's voice and they dropped it.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a wax one.
Yeah, it might have been the wax one. I think that was probably the tinfoil one might have been more of an upgrade.
Definitely.
More stronger, obviously.
Still would have been very fragile, though.
Yeah.
1878. Here's cool trivia. 1878. 1 pound of sugar was 10 cents.
Wow. And don't forget, there was a lot more money for your buying power back then.
Well, we know that.
So it's crazy. Even though 10 cents back then sounds like a lot of money, it isn't. You could have done a lot with 10 cents back then, I should imagine.
Well, not that I'm going to go that far back, but I bought my first house with $200 down, and it cost me $18,000 for the house. $18,000, and it was on a double lot. Okay, that wasn't back in the 18s. That was in the 1970s, not the 1870s. Yeah. So imagine the difference in the monies.
Yeah,
I used to work for $200 a month, and my first apartment was $50 a month, and it was furnished. No, you wonder why I got the white. So yeah, you go back to the 1870s. Oh, big difference. Like a nickel was a lot of money.
Nickels. I mean, 50p back when I was a kid was a lot of money.
Yeah.
In September, an underground explosion in Abercarn in Monmouthshire. It's not actually pronounced Monmouthshire. It's pronounced Monmouthshire. It's a weird place. It's down south. Kills 268 coal miners.
Oh boy!
It's one of those shires that are really. It's not actually pronounced how it looks.
Yeah. 24th of March, 1878, the British frigate Eurydice sunk with 300 lost souls.
Was that through war? Was that through?
Doesn't say how it was sunk, but it just sunk. 1878. It probably was wooden. It's a frigate. It could have been anything. It could have been something as simple as banking too sharply to one direction, or hit by a rogue wave. It could have been anything.
Yeah, depends where it was as well. It could have been icing from somewhere.
Yeah, we don't know.
New York installs the first firehouse pole, and I reckon, as it's been in New York, I reckon it looked like from the Ghostbusters films, because that looked really derelict.
30 minutes.
Hey, Tracy.
Hi, Dale.
Sorry about beating you on the FA Cup the other day in the semi-finals.
She'll survive.
Half an hour, you said.
Yes, dear.
Right. Oh. Yes,
Where am I? Robert's Coin Adventures. 28th of October, the first floodlit rugby match is played in Salford,
Manchester. Trace will know what that is. The first Dutch test drive of steam tram. The first test drive of the Dutch. Wow.
Patty Ferguson writes, August 9th, Wallingford tornado, deadliest tornado in Connecticut, destroyed Wallingford, killing 34 and injuring 7 plus people.
Oops. US stops mint in 20. Oh, we've had that one. Edward Maybridge invents moving pictures. 1870, so Joseph Wilson Swan invents the phototype of a practical electric light bulb.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give him part B on that one. 8th of May, 1878, David Edward Hughes' paper on the idea for the microphone is read before the Royal Society of London by Thomas Henry Huxley.
And yet it was a woman in the United States who patented the what we read earlier with the microphone. January 8th, secret meeting of King Leopold II's agent and Henry Morton Stanley. Okay.
Very important one. 14th of May, 1878, Vaseline is granted a patent.
And us being Wilders, Vaseline is a godsend.
Yeah.
US Congress accepts a decrease in the dollar circulation. Wow.
English astronomer Richard A. Proctor describes the zone of avoidance, the area of the night sky that is obscured by our own galaxy for the first time. That's interesting.
I just got to decipher that.
Not sure how you would do that.
The zone of the avoidance. Oh, okay. The area of the night sky. Okay, it's called the Great Void. There's nothing. If you look in space from a telescope, it's called the Great Void.
Yeah.
And it's apparently it's the only part of our galaxy we can look through. Nothing in the way, like a star, a solar system, a galaxy. It's just called the Great Void of nothing. It's actually really interesting because there's nothing there.
I experienced that when my wife wants me to watch girly movies, and I call it the Great Avoid.
Yeah. or the Great Escape.
Only if I'm successful.
Site preceded by Turkey to Britain for administrative purposes. Okay, that's awkward, I guess, for those two countries who absolutely hated each other for years.
Didn't help them in 1974 when they came back and took half the island. Robert's Coin Adventure writes, June 15th, world's first moving pictures caught on camera. Used 12 cameras, each taking one picture. Done to see. Oh, wait a minute. We've done this, haven't we? Done to see if all four of the horse and hooves leave the ground. Yeah, that's one we've done before.
Yeah, that was the experiment, didn't it? When horses.
That's the experiment. Yeah.
Congress of Berlin determines the territories of the state of the Balkan Peninsula following the Russo-Turkish War of 1877 to 1878.
Where are you? What? Who did that one?
I, as I said the last time, I had about 7 or 8.
And who gave that one?
That was Ferrari 45 and 13th for June 1878.
Okay, I'm on 1st of July 1878. Canada joins the Universal Postal Union.
Wow.
Unknown caller.
Evil Irish Conservatives says death of the last confirmed Cape Lion. I don't know what the Cape Lion is, but it must have been quite.
I'm taking it extinct now. July 7th, Social Democratic United forms in Amsterdam.
July the 7th, Social Democrat United forms in Amsterdam.
That's what I just said.
Oh, okay. I must be behind you then.
Next one.
July 1870. The fever epidemic in New Orleans began with the kill for. We've had that one with yellow fever, didn't we? Earlier.
Yeah, we have.
The first telephone introduced in Hawaii in 1878. That was from Ferrari P45, and I got Robert's Coins Ventures after. It depends on your screen, obviously, who got that.
Yeah, got it. The next one is Dentist Act in the United Kingdom limits the title of dentist and dental surgeon to qualified and registered practitioners.
Oh, okay. The first female operator starts work. Emma Nutt for the Edwin Holmes Telephone Dispatch Company in Boston.
Oh, cool. July 30th, German anti-Semitism begins during the Reichstag election.
British passenger paddle steamer Princess Alice sank in a collision on the River Thames with the collier Bywell Castle. 645 die. Ouch.
Yeah. 12th of September 1878, Cleopatra Needle is installed in London.
The first weekly weather report is published in the United Kingdom. I said them earlier, but they don't count. So
exactly. 30th of September 1878, the Great Flood hits New Zealand's South Island. Ooh.
Edison's Electric Light Company Incorporated.
August 21st, the American Bar Association organizes in Sarasota, New York.
Ferrari 45, 7th of October 1878. After serving as the opposition for 5 years, John A. Macdonald is re-elected as Prime Minister of Canada.
Yeah.
I think you was on about that earlier, wasn't you?
I did, and yeah. Patty Ferguson writes the Remington #2 typewriter, the first with a shift key enabling production of lower and upper case, is introduced.
Fantastic. It's amazing how these little inventions add on to improve, you know. It's really clever. The photograph is patented by Thomas Edison. The oldest known audio recording is recovered from this device in 2012 from Evil Arch Conservative.
That's cool. Imagine finding that recording. I hope that isn't the one they dropped.
No, I don't think it's the one they dropped, but I'll have to find out which one was broken. It's on live TV. I know that. I'm not sure if it was on Blue Peter program or.
Yeah. Barrett 45 says 21st of October 1878, the German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck delegates the end of socialism.
There we go. 22nd of October 1870, the first rugby match under floodlights takes place in Salford between Bolton and Swinton. Now, I live in Swindon, but Swinton is a little town near Bolton, on the way to Bolton. Salford, south of Manchester. So it's basically a derby match.
Got that one already?
The Americans called Derby.
Yeah. 9th of December 1878, Joseph Pulitzer buys the St. Louis Dispatch for $2,500. Unbelievable.
Robert's Coins Adventures states on the October 17th, after 7. Oh, we've had that one, haven't we?
Yeah, that's why I skipped it.
Oh, sorry. The electrics, we've had that one. Oh, yeah, electric street line introduced in London initially on the Thames Embankment, followed by the Waterloo Bridge. So that is a different one.
Yeah. March. The basic process enabling the use of phosphoric iron ore in steelmaking developed at Blanhaven Ironworks by Percy Bill Christ and Sidney Gilchrist Thomas is first made public.
Oh, that's cool. Joseph Swan of Newcastle announces his invention of the incandescent light bulb. So basically, he's putting argon into the lights, basically.
Yeah. October 21st, German Chancellor Otto von. Oh, I already did that one already. First U.S. store to install electric lights in Philadelphia is the 26th of December.
Whoops, hang on, I just lost the chat a second. There we go. Champlain College of Burlington College,
Vermont
is founded. That's from Patty Ferguson, by the way.
Yeah, got it. 1878, William Crookes invents the Crookes tube, which produces cathode rays. Oh, well, son of a gun. We're getting ready for television.
Also get the tube T3s from. Where am I? Henrik's Ibsen play, Samfundet Stotter. Is that right?
Yeah.
Samfundet Stotter. Pillars of a Society premieres in Oslo.
May 22nd, John Philip Holland's experimental powered submarine Holland is launched in Paterson, New Jersey. Oh, that's a cool thing.
Yeah. Wasn't the Holland also the powered submarine was Holland was also known as the was the Turtle or something? It was called something like that, was it?
I don't know.
International Tea Company stores established. International Tea Company store. Okay.
Lady Brava writes, Newton Health Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway Football Club formed and later will become Manchester United. Ew. Ew. Ew, oh, my pen hurts. Ew.
Whistler versus Ruskin, the most famous trial in art history, ends. Artist James McNell Whistler awarded a token. A token? What? What's after all that? And it ends at, I'm going to give you a token. What?
Weren't they nice? October 14th, the world's first recorded floodlit foot. Oh, didn't we do that? No, that's different.
No, that's football.
Floodlit football fixture is played at Bramall Lane in Sheffield.
Yeah, still there today. Farthing in compensation. Farthing in compensation after using the writer and critic John Ruskin for libel, seeking 1,000 damages. 1,
okay, so he's suing. He got 1 farthing in compensation after suing a writer and critic John Ruskin for libel. And he was seeking £1,000 and he got a farthing.
He got a farthing.
I don't think that'll even pay the lawyer.
Yellow fever in Mississippi Valley kills over 13,000.
Wow.
2020.
December 29th, Joseph Pulitzer buys the St. Louis. Oh, that one's old. Patty Ferguson, January 6th. Carl Sandburg, the poet, is born. Died in 1867. What?
Carl Benz.
That's impossible. Patty, we're past 1867. Wait a minute. What? Yeah, we're past. If he died in 1867 and we're in 1878, he can't go backwards.
I think she's written 1878 by mistake.
I think it might have been 1960. I don't know. Anyway, January 6th, Carl Sandburg, the poet, was born. Forget about the died part because that doesn't work.
Where am I?
We're on stop.
Oh, he died. Sorry, my fat finger. She says.
He was old. He was really old.
In the spring 1879, companies H&L were sent history of Montana 139th Fort. Assassinating Boyne with, I don't know what that is, Fort Assassinating Boyne Bonnie with Colonel Black of the 18th Infantry in command.
Wow. Well, we're just about ready to hit 1879, guys. And there's a lot of facts we've been going through. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm talking an 1879 Morgan Carson City.
Yay!
My favorite coin of all. I love the Carson City ones. That is a gorgeous coin. Ho, ho.
Who doesn't love the 1879? Well, any kind of Morgan, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, but that one there, hey, that's not a bad price. Let's see. Oh, that's US. Doggone it, $799 US is 1,009 Canadian. We really got to start getting at par. This is just crazy. You got anything to show?
Let me have a look at this. We'll end with why is it doing that? Right, 1879 sovereign.
Nice. Go, by the way.
And how much do you think that is?
Gold sovereign, 1879.
Yep.
A sovereign. Ooh, sovereign. I'm going to guess. This is going to be a terrible guess. 650 pounds.
Oh, 600.
Not bad.
That's when you say 600. Please stop. Please stop. 1879, isn't it?
Yeah, 1879 in Canada, Prince Edward Island had an election, and William Wilfrid Sullivan's Conservatives won a third consecutive majority. Meanwhile, on the federal side, Sir John A. Macdonald introduced protective tariffs on manufactured goods being imported into Canada, and a transcontinental railway and an immigration to the West in his national policy.
Wow.
It's rather busy.
It is. It's all about, what's happening now. The British Army occupies Canada in Afghanistan, and the Anglo-Zulu Wars begin. It's mean that Fulham Football Club in London, founded as Fulham St Andrew's Church Sunday School Football Club. And Craven Cottage is still there, by the way, as part of the football ground.
Wow.
Liverpool Echo newspaper first published. That's all I'm going to say about that, because it's all about mainly the Zulu War. So I'll let people put that into the chat so we can read it.
Let's talk about Swift Runner. Swift Runner was hanged in Fort Saskatchewan, Northwest Territories, for murdering and then eating 8 members of his own family over the previous winter. He believed he was possessed by a Wendigo, a terrifying mythological creature with a ravenous appetite for human flesh. Now, there's a little bit of creepy stuff for you.
That is actually more than creepy.
That's quite disturbing.
Well, I said, go and eat McDonald's. I never actually said eat the crap.
So if you ever mention me, you feel like a Wendigo, I'm running.
There we go. This is what I want to show everybody. Boer War photos.
Oh, those were those ones you're showing me. They're awesome.
These are genuine Boer War photos from the Second
Very
War.
cool. They would look good. They would look good if you could get them into a shadow box with a rack of Boer War medals.
Yeah. And there's the British helping the locals there. Look. Sorry, excuse my fingers. And there's a gun crew.
Wow.
You see that okay?
Yep. Stop. And go back. What do we got here? I'm absolutely flabbergasted by the amount of information that people could put out in 5 minutes.
Let me just get to your go, because obviously I want to get those photos out, obviously, because it's for that era, of course. There we go.
Oh, I see Heath popped in. Hi, Heath.
2nd of January, British battleship Thunder explodes on the Gulf of Ismid, 9 die. Did you read that one out, Skip? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. 1879, January 1st, Johannes Brahms violin concerto in D major premieres in Leipzig.
Wow. Do you know what one of my favourite pieces of music is? Is Canon in D. Australian fast bowler Fred Sportford dismisses 3 English batsmen with consecutive deliveries during the 3rd Test at Melbourne Cricket Ground. The first Test cricket first hat trick. Look at that!
Wow. Parrot 45 writes 9th of January 1879. The Kirkland warbler discovered on Andros Island in the Bahamas. A bird. A bird.
It's a birdie. 8th of April, and I didn't know this. Milk sold in glass bottles for the first time. And I remember being like in the infants, we used to get little tiny glass bottles of milk.
We used to get it in school in glass bottle.
In the infants.
Yeah.
Stupid little cartons, and you can't do anything with them.
Yeah. We used to have milk tickets.
That's
and you
right.
you bought the milk tickets in advance. You come to school, give your milk ticket in. They gave you a bottle of milk.
Love you, sweetheart. You say good night to everybody.
Good night, Zoe. Is that Lauren?
That's Lauren. Zoe's just
Lauren. You can never tell. All you see is a hand.
I know. It's famous hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember my silver paw? No. That's my silver paw I did for her birthday, wasn't it, or Christmas?
Yeah.
She was after that for ages, and I had to say it was sold. There you go, sweetheart. You okay?
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Pretty
1879. My great-great-grandmother, Maud M. Wilton Brown, was born.
Okay.
And she's on the dad's side. She was still alive when I was born in 63. That's very cool.
Anglo-Zulu Wars begins as British Lieutenant General Chelmsford invades Zululand in South Africa. Now, I think General Chelmsford was also in Battle of Rorke's Drift, if I remember rightly. Good night, sweetheart. Now, I used to have another real artifact. I used to have the Mauser bullets. Nothing to do with it. They were found and photographed and documented in the Zulu Wars, but they weren't at Rorke's Drift, which is obviously the famous battle, the famous siege. And I gave them to my son as a gift because he likes collecting war memorabilia sort of stuff. So,
hi, Hector's interest in coins.
Hector, I was talking about him earlier.
Yeah,
was that Hector? No, no. Yeah.
It's interesting that we're talking about British Lieutenant General Chelmsford. He wasn't the best tactician. I mean, he was an old-time British soldier with the old-time tactics, forming the thin red line and stuff that you would use during the Napoleonic Wars.
Yeah.
When he fought against the Zulus, it was the most frightening thing those British soldiers had ever been up against. Because even though they were armed with spears and shields, the sheer mass, the volume, and the way they attacked, the British soldiers were not ready for it.
It changed the way they basically disbanded volley fire.
Yeah.
And that's where our guerrilla warfare really came from, was from the Zulus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Modern
so that's a very interesting part of history, is that when you talk about military tactics, huge.
A lot of things change warfares all the time. Completely different. That guy, he had like old thinking, and he wasn't up to date with anything.
Exactly.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
US geological is founded in March. So is that the US Geological Society? It's founded in March.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. 25th of January 1879, the Bulgarian National Bank's founded.
I'm down with Alan W. In the spring of 1870, companies H and OW are sent to Fort Annisborn. Oh, we've seen that one, haven't we? French President Patrice de Mac-Mahon resigns. That's 30th of January 1879.
Okay. December 29th, 1879, in Nice, France, William Billy Mitchell was the father of the U.S. Air Force was born.
Wow.
That's cool.
And that would have been the U.S. Army Air Force as well, wouldn't it?
That's right. That's right. Started off as U.S. Army Air Force.
January 11th, Anglo-Zulu War. Have we done that one? 6th November, Canada celebrates its first Thanksgiving Day.
Yay! And it wasn't it was based on a completely different premise than the American one. It was giving thanks for the harvest.
Yeah. That was from Lady Braven's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
January 21st, Henrik Iverson's play Et Duckenheim, A Doll's House, premieres in Copenhagen.
8th of February, 1879, Sanford Fleming first proposes adoption of Universal Standard Time at a meeting at the Royal Canadian Institute. Canadian, hello.
Lots of Canadian stuff coming out, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
About time actually skipping it.
It is.
Electric arc light used in California theater. Wow.
Very interesting. 12th of February, 1879, first artificial ice rink in North America was at Madison Square Gardens in New York City.
That's pretty cool. 1879. I didn't realize Madison Square Gardens go back that far.
Or to have artificial ice for Pete's sake.
That's crazy. The 22nd of January, Battle of Rorke's Drift, British garrison, 150 holds of 3,000, 4,000 Zulu warriors, 11 Victorian crosses, and a number of other decorations were awarded to defeat the defenders. And do you know what the crazy part about that was? The injured and the dying was holding them off as well, because they were set the fat shrews alike, basically, because that's what they were, and loads of tins of biscuit boxes.
1879, construction of Fort Sam Houston began.
The sculptor of Frederick Augustus Barnholdy is awarded a patent for the design of the Statue of Liberty, and obviously made of copper. That's where she gets her green tinge from. And when they needed repairs for the Statue of Liberty, the Americans didn't have anybody who knew how to actually fix. They had to bring in French sculptors and architects in to fix and repair the Statue of Liberty.
Here's an interesting one. 22nd of February, 1879. The very first 5-cent and 10-cent store opened by Frank W. Woodworth in Utica, New York. And it failed almost immediately. Think about this. It's 1879.
Yeah.
A 5 and 10 cent store, that would be freaking expensive. Whereas it still maintained 5 and 10 cent store. I used to go to them as a kid. By then, it was cheap.
Yeah.
It was like, going to Zellers or a discount store.
There was like the 50 pence store growing up, and you can get almost anything out of that. Now, this is actually quite interesting, considering there is like the Zulu Wars going on right now. On the 29th of January, Custer's Battlefield National Monument established in Montana. So it's like, we will raise a monument for one thing, but have a war over there for another.
Oh, L&W's talking about family again. Sergeant Clark did his last army duty there on detail as head carpenter over the enlisted men and remained until the fort was practically completed in 1881.
Wow. That guy's seen a lot of military stuff.
Yeah.
25th of February, 1870, U.S. Congress passed the first Timberland Production Act. Protection Act.
1st of March, 1879, the Library of Hawaii is founded.
James Ritty, saloon owner in Dayton, Ohio, I believe. tired of being ripped off by thieving bartenders, invents his first cash register. It was inspired by a device that counted rotation of steam and ship motors. That's actually quite interesting because in the early days of like the outbacks, or not the outbacks, the old west and stuff like that, where saloons were the mainstay to everything, you know, the watering holes as you would call them. Bartenders to make profits last, they used to put gunpowder, dye, water, whatever they can make their drinks that last more viable. That's what, because obviously their type of whiskey back then wasn't exactly nice, I guess. But yeah, it was actually quite funny because I only watched that program last night.
Lady Bravin wrote July 17th, the first railroad opened in Hawaii. I'm just thinking, boy, oh boy, I wouldn't want to have to haul the engines there from the mainland, especially at that time. Can you imagine putting a train? I would imagine they were all in parts.
They've actually been shipped over in parts because they wouldn't have produced anything like that in that industrial scale over there. But crikey, that must have been really hot working in there. Even making the road itself would have been horrendous conditions. But yeah, putting that jigsaw puzzle together would have been difficult. The first railroad opens in Hawaii, man. I mean, Sheldon showed me around Hawaii. Not obviously a whole of it. It's huge. It's bigger than it looks. And it's just an amazing place. I don't know if you've ever been.
No, I haven't been yet.
Oh, it's a lovely place, especially where he is. 5th of April, 1879, Chile declares a war on Bolivia and Peru, starting the War of the Pacific.
Did you get the one from 1879, James Ritty? Saloon owner in Dayton, Ohio, tired of being ripped off by
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one you're talking about with putting stuff in the Okay.
I was adding on to the history of that with the steam-powered rotors and stuff.
February 10th, Henry Morton Stanley departs for the Congo. I wonder who he was looking for. Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Yeah. Milk sold in glass bottles. We've had that one.
Yeah.
He received a honorable discharge in August of that year. History of Montana, 1093. Great
share, LNW. That's great share. 20th of April, 1879. First mobile home. Horse-drawn mobile home. This is cool. I think they call them gypsy wagons, right? Used in a journey from London and Cyprus.
Sculpture of we've had the Statue of Liberty already. An F4 tornado strikes Irving, Kansas, killing 18 and injuring 60. Wow.
Okay, got that one. EAC, February 3rd, Mosley Street, Newcastle upon Tyne, England, becomes the world's first public highway to be lit by the electric incandescent light bulb invented by Joseph Swan.
Ferrari 45, 31st of May. The electric railway opens in Berlin Trades Exposition.
December 30th, Gilbert and Sullivan's The Pirates of Penzance premieres. How does that go? I was a major general. Yeah, I remember that.
The longest championship fight, 136 rounds. Now, yes, I think that was a bare knuckle fight, and there was only allowed to hit in the chest, and obviously being hit in the face with your hands will hurt, and it lasts 136 rounds.
Insane. That's during the time of John L. Sullivan.
Yeah.
31st of May, 1879, Madison Square Garden opens in New York, named after the fourth president, James Madison. I did not know that.
1879, agricultural and industrial tariffs are introduced in Germany. Well, that's interesting, actually.
May 31st, Werner von Siemens demonstrates the first electric locomotive using an external power source at Berlin.
Now, Siemens is still going.
True.
April the 8th, milk stock. We've had that one. We've had the railroad. Ferdinand de Lesseps or Lesseps. Forms French Panama Canal Company. Wow. Really? Oh, okay.
May 31st. Already did that. 19th September 1879, the Blackpool illuminations are switched on for the first time. Blackpool, the Blackpool donkey.
I'll tell you where to go if you ever go to Blackpool. There's like, what's it called? Something Gardens. It's like a blue and white building. And as you go outside, the brickwork is like the outside has got a shadow of itself. You can go in. It's free to go in. And the Victorian buildings there are absolutely beautiful. Albert Einstein died in 1955. German-born physicist and writer of the 1920 Nobel Peace Prize in Physics. That was by Evil Arts Conservative.
45, 23rd September 1879, Baldwin Steam Motors tram, first tried in Sydney, Australia.
Uh, 26th of June, sorry, what am I saying? 26th of June, Ismail Pasha resigns as Khedive of Egypt. Khedive.
Some sort of position. Khedive. Interesting. 23rd of September 1879, Richard Rhodes invents a hearing aid called the audiophone.
It's better than those tube things, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No kidding.
Sydney, Australia inaugurates the steam tram route. That's interesting, actually.
Got the railroad already. 12th of October, 1878, British troops occupied Kabul, Afghanistan. Boy, we just don't learn our lessons, do we?
No. I knew it was the British who started it all off. George Stokes perfects the Campbell stroke recorder for sunshine. Well, that's interesting, actually.
22nd of October, 1879, Thomas Edison perfects the carbonized cotton filament light bulb. Doesn't burn out as fast.
No. African-American inventor Thomas Elkins patents the refrigeration apparatus.
That's a godsend. August 4th, Pope Leo XIII publishes the encyclical Anterni Patris. Oh boy. I'm just thinking that's not one of the must read list.
James Ritchie patents the first. Here we go. Stealing from, but here we go. We've had that kind of thing before. Canada celebrate. We've had that one. Konstantin Thalberg works with Ira Ramzan at Johns Hopkins University. Discovers saccharin. Is that right?
No, I'm on. Governor General Charles Gordon of Sudan returns to Cairo, August 23rd.
The first automated telephone switching system patented. Well, that
Yeah.
took a lot of pressure off a lot of people when they did the automotive one with the
No kidding.
plugging everything in was a nightmare. It must have been.
Yeah. 1879, school meals are provided for destitute and poorly nourished children in Manchester.
Yeah. That's
Can I have some more?
yeah. Ulysses S. Grant and family go to San Francisco for elaborate extended visit. Okay.
September 28th, Sydney, Australia inaugurates we've had that one, steam motor tram route. Yeah. April 26th, the national park, later renamed the Royal National Park, is declared in New South Wales, Australia, the world's second oldest purposed national park. That's interesting.
1870, La Marseillaise is restored as the French national anthem.
Boy, oh boy, where did you go? I just lost you.
I'm down by Lady Braven now. She got two smiley faces in. We've already had the British occupying there. I'm on the 28th of December now.
Oh, got it. Okay. Hold on, let me get that. I've got to keep the right spot.
Sorry, Skip. My screen's different to your screen, isn't it? So
yeah, a little bit. Not too bad, though. November 10th, Bell Telephone and Western Union reach an agreement in U.S. to stay out of telegraphy, and the latter to keep out of telephone business. Someone got gypped.
Yeah. 28th of December, 1870, North British Railways train falls as tall Tay Bridge collapse. Oh my God.
That would have been a terrible.
Yeah, I think that's why the fourth bridge, if I remember right, was built later on.
October 22nd, Thomas Edison. Oh, got that one already.
Yeah.
British children's writer and amateur astronomer Agnes Gibberne publishes the popular illustrated book Sun, Moon, and Stars, Astronomy for Beginners, which sells 24,000 copies.
Wow. 28th of August, 1870, the Zulu king Cetshwayo is captured.
November 4th, African-American inventor Thomas Elkins patents the refrigerating apparatus. Did we have this one already? Yes, we did.
EAC. Oh, I see. When she had an O there earlier, that was 20 years. Good evening, Heath. It says Chief Moses War. Chief Moses War, 1877 to 1879.
December 26th, Johannes Brahms' Tragic Overture premieres.
Washington territorial legislature creates Spokane County out of Stevens on October 30th, 1879. I don't know what Alan W's. Obviously, he knows or she knows what they're talking about. I honestly haven't. I don't know. So I apologize if I didn't make sense of that one.
It's okay. When you start talking about British counties, we don't understand you either. Where am I here? I just lost track. Oh, okay. I got the 21st of June, 1878. German company Lind was founded. Lind? Is that the chocolate guys?
I thought that was Lint. North British Railway train. We've had that.
That one.
We've had the Pirates of Gilbert and Sullivan's.
Yeah, done that one.
We've had the Carl Benz two-stroke.
Yeah.
The dual. We haven't had this one yet. The 7th of October. The dual alliance is formed by Hungary and Austria-Hungary. So that's where the Australia and Hungary Empire starts forming, isn't it? And then we have one there saying about the 31st cornerstone laid for Honolulu's Lolani. That's probably not even pronounced that in Hawaiian. Palace, only royal palace in the US. the only royal palace in the US. And then you got your stop then.
Yeah. Wow, guys, that was good. I'm going to put Dale up while I do the calculations.
Well, good luck with that, Skipper.
Oh, that's okay. It's all tally marks, so it's not so bad.
Okay, 31st of December, Edison gives the first public demonstration of his incandescent lamp. German inventor Werner von Siemens, we've had that one. 1st December, we've had that one. Good evening, Lady Braven. I wish I had 3 computers or phones. Patty, I use my phone on that one right now. So and some. It doesn't matter, Patty. It's all good fun. 1870 Washington territorial legislature incorporates the Clitcat County city of Goldendale in south central Washington. The newly incorporated town consists of 480 acres of land. Its name honors the pioneer family that founded the town. They're saying good night, Lauren. Night, Lauren. I need sweeties from Zoe. Absolutely. Hector's interesting coins. Hey, Skipper.
Hey. All right, guys. There's our tallies for today. As you can see, our RCA, you notice I'm using an acronym, Richard, is at 80. Ferret 45 is at 106. He must have been taking his Wheaties. Evil Art Conservatives at 44. Wow, screaming. Patty Ferguson 16. LNW is at 15, and Lady Braven is at 10. So, guys and gals, you really did good today. I'm talking. This is like really a lot of work.
That is, you guys are fantastic. I love reading this stuff out. It helps me get my brain in order. I never used to have a problem with reading, but I obviously I do now.
I think it's helping us all.
I think I'm slowly destroying you, Skip. Dee's in the house.
This is my favorite part. Yeah, I see Dee's in.
Sorry, guys, if I haven't said hello to you because I'm reading the chat and I'm going down the list where Skipper can sit before I do. So.
Yeah, you go ahead because I'm gonna be drawing the coins for today. We got 3 of them coming out of the bucket. First one's gonna go to Ferret 45. See if we can have as lucky as the other day. We had some really good draws the other day. Okay, I got one here. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. A 1921 East Africa shilling. It's hold, but wow. it's cool. And
actually, I've got right here one of my coins. I get out what I do. That's a lovely coin.
Yeah, I mean,
the East African company as well.
It's 0.250 silver, so it's so that's a silver coin. Hey, that's a good one for up. It's got a bit of silver there. The next one coming out is RCA. Evil Arch Conservative wants me to give a coin to Lady Braven. You're so nice. Oh, hello. Okay, RCA gets a princely state of Gwilor. I believe this is Indian. It's 1/4 rupee.
Ooh, that's a really nice.
Says it's 1929.
A fun fact about Indian coins: not supposed to take them out of the country.
Guess what? So that's a different one. So if you like World Coins, that's a really cool one. Okay, this one is for Lady Bravin, then, thanks to EAC. Lady Bravin, let's see what we can get you. I'm gonna shuffle it. I want to make sure I get a really good.
We love having you here, guys.
Oh. I gotta use my. Where is it? Hello. 1938 Canadian 1 cent.
Nice coin.
1938 Canadian 1 cent. Going to Lady Bravin.
So I'll think of that's like an Indian head penny, more or less.
38. That's not bad. Wow.
So that'll be a wheatie, wouldn't it? Sorry, a wheatie.
No, it's Canadian. No wheat on that one.
No, I'm just saying that'll be, if you look at wheaties, that's what they'd be looking for.
Yeah.
If you do the penny hunts, the older ones.
That is very, very cool. Very, very cool. Wow.
Congratulations, everybody.
Well done and great sharing, guys. Holy cow. It's just awesome. And now I can, what can I do here? Let's go to banners. I go. Oh, I like this. There we go. Banter. There we are. Just banter. Relax for a couple minutes before I take off. I got my beloved haunting me because she wants to go out. Apparently, the snow has settled down now, so we can actually move. I cannot believe this weather.
You going to win ice skipper afterwards?
I am actually going to take Tracy out to the River Creek Casino tonight for a little bit of dinner and maybe play some of the slots. You know, we set a about $150 between the two of us to play different games and just to relax. You know.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself. You take care, Robert's Coins Adventures. Congratulations again, my friend.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping in, Robert. It's great. And remember, come in early. The earlier you guys come in, the better your chances are of getting enough hits on there that you can actually win a coin. And also, I must say, don't forget my friend Dale. Why aren't you up here, Dale? Why am I all by myself?
All by myself.
There we go. But I'm looking forward to doing battle chat with you and the next month. Oh my goodness, next month is terrible. I'm on course. I'm on medicals. I won't be able to do one of my live streams until mid-May.
Wow.
Because of all the medicals and stuff I'm doing, which is not cool. I'll try to come in on yours when I can, but as you know, I'm going to be I'm going to be in the Rocky Mountains. They're paying for me to go, so I'm going to go. Come on, all the meals and the expenses and the level lodge, with the Rocky Mountains and the rivers and the bears and whatever the heck else they got up there. And
don't forget to take some scenic pictures for a skip.
Oh my goodness! Of course I will. Yeah,
I love that stuff.
I'll probably post that on my After Service Adventures Canada YouTube channel because it's not exactly coins unless someone's going to trade with me. But you know what? I don't expect to find too many rare coins in the middle of the British or the Alberta wilderness. It's really nice when you come in. It's wonderful to have you.
Yeah. Have a good night, Heath, and of course, Lady Bravin. Have a great day. Nice to see you earlier. It's Battle Chat tomorrow, 9 p.m. GMT.
Yay! Look forward to it.
I sent out everybody's winnings for the membership for March. I know it's a bit late because I have to get stuff ordered in, so I have to wait for that to come in. And again, I took it to the post office with if you're obviously overseas, they've changed the details on the back of the slips. Now, I normally use the ones with the barcode on it, which I know is the CN22 tickets.
Right.
But they didn't send them off. Zoe went to the post office today and they never sent them off because even though I asked which ones are they after, because they've been ready crumbing with me for the last few weeks.
Right.
Said. And the guy beyond the thing said, no, they're the CN22 tickets. Oh, no, sorry, the CN without the barcode. So I've put them in, and you take care, Dee. And they never posted them off, even though I got the receipts. Zoe went in to post her stuff today, and she brought them back and had to re-envelope them all. So I've sent them off again today. So to a different post office, and they said they shouldn't have done that. They should have went anyway. So it's put them 2 weeks behind. So I apologize to anybody who's won. It's now been sent. So
wow.
Yeah. So Zoe brought them all back and said your envelopes haven't gone out. And I said, no, they're the right ones, because that's the ones they gave me. And it's not. He's just being funny. So that's the last time I'll be using that post office. So it's a much further post office away than what I normally use.
Right.
At least I went in there. They said the envelope here now. And they tried charging me more for the letter, £2.50, right, for their posting. So when I went to the other post office, have a guess how much it was per letter.
In pounds?
Yeah.
Is it a standard letter?
Just a standard letter. Actually, it doesn't actually say.
Well, if I look at mine, say £1.30p.
£1.30. That's not bad. They were charging me £2 something to post a normal letter. Yeah. And I went to a different post office, £1.85. So they were overcharging me all the time. So they're all been sent off again today. I got some more to send off tomorrow for a few people as well. So I don't know what their problem is, man. I'll tell you. Just nuts. All that over. They accused me of stealing £5 ages ago, and I never even. I had sealed bags.
Ridiculous. Crazy. Anyway, my friend, I'm gonna have to call her quits because Tracy wants to go out. So,
okie dokie.
Thank you, everybody, for stopping by.
No problem, Skipper. Anytime, you know that. I love your stream. It's absolutely good fun. I love the people. And I know they're patient with me, and I appreciate that. Good fun.
It's great having you on. It makes the experience that much better.
Oh, it's somewhere so much fun. Devon Custard. I love that.
Take care, everybody. And don't be afraid to go and raid whoever you want to.
Look out yourself, everybody. And,
you bet.
I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, Skipper. And
see you tomorrow, my friend.
Bye, everybody.